I'm in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, and we are checking out Swell Oyster Company. Like you said, it's Hampton Harbor's first official oyster farm, and we are at their newest location, actually, the Shuck Shack. But before we get into that, I want you to learn a little bit more about their story. Watch this.
Connor and I both met at the University of Rhode Island. We were both studying aquaculture and fisheries.
We dabbled in all sorts of industries for a few years, kind of joking with each other, we should start a business together. And we decided to actually start a business together.
Connor got a job at Row 34 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And I think it was after your first shift, maybe second shift, training shift.
It was the first shift.
Yeah, he came back and he was like, dude, this is really cool. Oyster farming is really cool. What do you think? Do you want to look into it? And I was like, well, we did go to school for it. And we started with a few center blocks and rope and zip ties. And zip tied the grow bags to the rope, and the center blocks were the weights so they wouldn't go away. It's definitely not a grow method that is highly sought after, maybe ever used, but that's what we had in our backyard.
Honestly, there was no expectation. It was all just, please taste good.
Or just grow.
The oysters did grow, and the guys became the first to officially farm oysters in Hampton Harbor.
So this is the start of the farm, and then we have two legs of the farm. We've got like the floating gear this way, the open top tray is that way.
This is going to be our tray culture.
Naturally, they don't really want to grow like in these perfect little uniform cups, right? They're like all over the place, and they really grow towards the flow of where their food's coming from. But if you keep mixing them up and chipping that growth off, it really helps maintain that teardrop cup shape.
Our oysters usually come in at the 2.75 inch range to 3 inches. More of the petite style.
So oysters really speak to the place that they're grown. We're right next to the open ocean here. So we've got 10-foot tidal swings that's bringing in that super, super rich, very salty brine. We almost describe it as like a good beginner oyster because they're subtle on the back end and crisp and just like clean, fast finish.
The taste and the business took off. Then 2020 happened.
During COVID, the community is what kept us alive. We kept this place open and it wasn't quite finished, and we're selling off our doorstep and people were lining up, coming, and we barely had a name.
Since then, the guys officially opened the doors to their oyster shack on the pier, and now they sell direct to restaurants, host farm tours, and they just opened a new restaurant in the heart of Hampton Beach.
I think we've never taken our foot off the accelerator and just keep going for it.
All right, and so they have kept going for it, and we are at their newest location, the Shuck Shack in Hampton Beach, and I'm with Russ Hilliard, who is one of the co-founders of Swell. Congratulations on opening.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
What can people expect here? Because this is such a fun extension of Swell.
Yeah, so we're really proud of what we did here. We opened Memorial Day weekend, and we're able to showcase, our oysters along with other oysters, and we have some other awesome bites, like we have a salmon tartare here. We also feature our lobster rolls, and then we wanted to do some street tacos, just to have some stuff for people to enjoy that maybe don't really like oysters,
Yeah.
And of course, their favorite beer and wine.
Well, I mean, you can't beat it. This is like the perfect spot. You're right by the water. What has the reception been so far, and what's the vibe down here?
Yeah, it's been really good. People, they seem refreshed when they come here.
Yeah.
Get a lot of, hey, this feels like not Hampton Beach. It's more of a vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe down in Florida or something. So we're really happy with, the scheme we chose and the colors and all that stuff.
It is such a cool vibe, you guys. And Diego, I'm going to have you come in closer on these oysters because they're the stars of the show,
yeah,
really. Like,
definitely.
This is the bread and butter. We heard a little bit in the package, but tell us what the taste is and the flavor profile.
Yeah, so we've got 3 different types here. We've got the swells that we grow here in Hampton. We've got 3 from Massachusetts, and that's a Canadian you're enjoying there from Prince Edward Island.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we love this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys have to
Appreciate
check it out. Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.